We can use a sissy squat as a replacement for a leg extension if you don't have access to one, or if it's just being used and you don't want to wait for it to become open. So for a sissy squat, the main targets are going to be getting my hamstring all the way down to my calf. We don't want to be really stopping short. We really want to maximize that knee flexion. We also want to keep the quad in this very elongated position, including the rec fin that crosses the hip. So you want to be leaning back, almost looking up at the ceiling in the bottom of the motion. So we don't want to end up here where I'm just sitting upright. We really do want to have that full extension in the quad, that full stretch position in the quad. And then to get out of the bottom, I'm going to drive my leg forward and extend at the knee, pushing the ball of the foot into the ground. We also want to hold on to something for support. My favorite setup is to have a bar and a rack like this where I can pull back and it's stable. You don't want to be on the outside of the rack because it'll just pop off. We can also use a kitchen counter. You can hold on with one hand if that's what you have. You can use the back of a couch. But if you have a setup kind of like this, this would be ideal. We're going to hold on. I'm going to brace my torso. I'm going to drive my knees forward to fully flex the knee and stretch the quad. And then to come out of this position, I'm going to drive my foot forward into the ground and extend back to top. Again, really drive the knees forward, fully flex the knee, looking up at the ceiling, and then from this position, I'm going to drive the knee forward to come out. The heel is obviously going to come up at the bottom or as you go down, unless you just have ridiculous levels of ankle flexion. And if this is really difficult, or we can't get this, if we can't get out of the bottom or we can't get into the bottom safely, just hold on with more support. So instead of just for balance, we can actually really like clutch this pretty tight as we push the knees forward and then do kind of an inverted row motion as we come up to give ourselves more support and take a lot of the load off of that quad. And that is how we would use a sissy squat to replace a leg extension.